Rebels from the Rwanda-backed M23 have killed a military governor as they advance through eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, the army confirmed on Friday. Maj. Gen. Peter Sirimwami, North Kivu's governor, was shot by M23 fighters when visiting the front line on Thursday. He was airlifted to the capital Kinshasa for possible treatment abroad, but succumbed to his injuries, said Army spokesperson Gen. Sylvain Akinge. Fighting between the M23 and DR Congo's army has intensified since the start of the year, with the rebels seizing control of more territory than ever. More than 400,000 people have fled their homes since the start of this year as the M23 advances on the city of Goma, the UN reports. As they move towards Goma, the M23 captured the towns of Masisi and Minova. More than 200 civilians have been killed in areas captured by the M23, local leaders said on Thursday. Hospitals in Goma are treating hundreds of injured patients. And according to the United Nations, 2 children died after bombs fell on a camp for displaced people. Human Rights Watch has warned of escalating risks to civilians as the Congolese army battles the M23 rebels. The humanitarian group accuses both sides of committing grave abuses against civilians. The UN has warned that the ongoing conflict is worsening the humanitarian crisis in the region. As a result of this unrest, Congolese President Félix Tshisekedi cut short his trip to the World Economic Forum in Davos, flying back on Thursday to hold urgent security meetings with top officials. President Tshisekedi gave instructions to the army to track down the enemy attacking us, push them far from Goma, and pursue them across all the national territory, said Gen. Akinge. The fall of Goma, a city of over 1 million that lies close to the border with Rwanda, would be a major coup for the rebels. They briefly took over the city during a rebellion in 2012, but withdrew after a deal was brokered. Numerous roads leading towards the city have now been blocked, sparking concerns that food supplies in the city might run out. The town of Goma is held in a vice. The town is suffocated. There are no more entrances. There are no more exits. This population is suffering enormously, local union leader Bahala Shamavu Innocent told the BBC. Asporn Galukai, a member of the opposition party Ensemble pour la République, is also worried about access to food. In Goma, we are not safe for real, Mr. Ngalukai said. No one who lives in Goma can tell you that he doesn't have fear. Over the last few days, the United States, United Kingdom, and France have all advised their nationals to leave Goma as soon as possible. Gen. Sirimwami was named North Kivu's governor in 2023, tasked with ending decades of conflict in the region. At the time, there was some criticism of appointing a military governor. Prior to this, as a military commander, Gen. Sirimwami went against President Tshisekedi's wishes and collaborated with armed group FDLR in the fight against the M23, according to the United Nations. Some FDLR leaders have been linked to the 1994 Rwandan genocide, and the group has also been accused of human rights violations in DR Congo. Rwanda has repeatedly accused Congolese authorities of working with the FDLR and has twice invaded its much larger neighbor, saying it was going after those who committed the genocide. On Thursday, the M23 rebels captured the nearby town of Sake, according to the United Nations, the United Kingdom, and various other sources. But the Congolese army said it had repelled the attack on Sake, which lies just 20 kilometers, 12 miles, from Goma. Residents of Sake and the wider area, many of whom were already displaced by the conflict, have fled their homes. People are escaping carrying mattresses and other such essentials on their backs, while dozens pile into overcrowded wooden boats. Thousands of panicked families have fled towards Goma, where hospitals have been overwhelmed with injured civilians. The M23 has taken control of vast swathes of mineral-rich eastern DR Congo since 2021. As a consequence, hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced. Last year, it was also feared the rebels would seize Goma. There was a lull in fighting in late July, but heavy fighting resumed in October and worsened towards the end of the year. The DR Congo and the UN say the M23 is backed by Rwanda. The Rwandan authorities neither confirm nor deny this. UN experts say Rwanda has between 3,000 and 4,000 troops operating alongside the M23 in eastern DR Congo. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has warned that the current conflict risks escalating into a broader regional war. Mr. Guterres called on all actors to respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and to put an end to all forms of support to armed groups, a statement said.